Joy Bowen here, and I am coming at you from my car. I'm going to come and talk to you about this thing that's been brewing in my head called empathy. I follow a very well-known marketing guy who is amazing, and I would just share his stuff, except sometimes he drops a couple of swear bombs, and so I feel like I need to edit it. But the other day he was talking about like the key to being successful in business in general is empathy, which I thought was a really powerful thought, right? That most of the time when you are in business, or even if you are talking to friends who are doing their own thing, right? Like there's so many different opportunities out there, whether it's coaching or whether it's, essential oils or anything of that nature. So oftentimes what you'll see in social media is kind of like this attitude of what's in it for me from the perspective of the entrepreneur, that if you really truly want to be successful in sales or anything else, you have to have empathy, which means that you have to come at this from the perspective of the person you are talking to. In other words, you have to truly step into the shoes of the person you are talking to and find out like what is best for them. And it may not always be best for you, right? Which is something that I really feel like we have taken great care to do with what Andrew and I are doing. And it's something I hope that translates over. But then I started, digging a little deeper because we got this really amazing transformation from one of our challenge groups, and just chill bump moments. And anyway, I was blown away by the hard work that was put into that. And I was so fired up that it's kind of like this get to, right? Like that we get the opportunity to help people who might not believe in themselves. So like we get to believe in them. We get to help them until they believe in themselves for themselves. So I was digging a little deeper at this whole thing called empathy. And Brene Brown has this amazing little, it's like a 3-minute video. You can YouTube it. But she talks about how there is a huge difference between empathy and sympathy. That the person who is sympathetic toward another is one who is like, hey, that sucks, but at least you have fill in the blank. So like, gee, you lost your job. That's too bad, but at least you have your house. A sympathetic person always has kind of like this, but they never make you feel better. It's like, hey, you have cancer, but at least you'll have a testimony. Like that's sympathetic. I did hear that, by the way, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. But the empathy, that person who shows empathy just sits in the mess and says, hey, I don't even know what to say right now, but I'm so thankful that you shared that with me. And they kind of enter into the messiness of life and they just sit in it. Empathy results in connection with other people. And if you think about it, if you are empathetic toward what other people are going through, that leads to connection. And I truly feel that connection then leads you to action. So for all my girl bosses out there who are trapped in fear, because we've been talking a lot about this, I just want to encourage you that maybe you should switch on that empathy factor inside your heart. Not to say that you're not, but I'm saying really tap into it and realize that if you are truly empathetic toward another human being, another soul in this world, then you are going to identify their needs and their struggles, and you're going to connect with that. And if you connect with that, that is going to lead you to overcome fear and enter into action, because you actually might hold the key through the connection you have with that person to help them overcome. And I don't know if that's really powerful for you, but it certainly was for me, that those who are trapped in fear, that have the greatest potential to speak love and life into another human being's soul, but they're stuck in this cycle of fear, if they would just, focus less on their own stuff, meaning the fear has you trapped, and they would focus more on the person and having empathy for their dreams, their goals, their struggles, right? That inspires a deep connection that then puts you into action. And I think it is out of that magic sauce that you are most successful at truly providing help and a service and great value in this world. That it really truly has to come out of a deep heart tug for people. So anyway, that's my Friday thoughts. I got to go jump in and grab some groceries, but I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope it blesses you today. Comment below on your thoughts between sympathy and empathy and how that helps you overcome fear. Love you guys. Bye.